Hello there again. Welcome back to your Delphin World course, Step into Success. This is Module 3, Principles of Success. If you have not yet completed Modules 1 and 2, please go back and do that before continuing with Module 3. This course is like erecting a building. You cannot put up the walls before you have laid the foundation. So be sure to have completed Modules 1 and 2 before continuing on to this one. As I mentioned in the introduction, I spent many years studying the lives of successful people to see if I could identify the key elements of success. There was such a strong coherence of certain attributes amongst those who had created success that I decided that these are clear enough to codify them as principles. There are many identifiable attributes or character traits that successful people have, and we will get to some of them later in this module, but there are 4 that are prerequisite, and the other attributes can really be seen as supplemental to these 4 core principles. The first of these fundamental principles of success that must be embodied by anyone desiring success is definiteness of purpose. Although it does not appear to matter what your chosen purpose is, it is critical that that purpose is fueled by a profound passion. Before we explore how important passion is, I think it is important to point out that those who fail to assign a purpose to their lives are not just like Carlyle's rudderless ship that ends up drifting about aimlessly, but they are susceptible to being assigned a purpose by some outside force. And that assigned purpose may very well be not to your liking. A personally chosen purpose for living your life is most likely to lead to personal fulfillment, self-actualization, and success, while a purposeless life will definitely not. And one that gets assigned to you is just as likely to produce a sense of futility as it is a sense of meaningfulness. When you choose a purpose to devote each day toward achieving, life takes on meaning and a sense of direction. A purposeful life is an abundant, joyous, fulfilling, and meaningful life. On the other hand, the horrible truth is that a life without a defined purpose is a life of no purpose, and a life of no purpose is no life at all. It is merely an existence, an existential wasteland. It is no wonder that so many people seek refuge from themselves in endless distractions, mind-numbing addictions, and mindless philosophies. They are running away from the realizations that their lives have no purpose. How do you get a life of purpose and meaning? You make it up. That's right. You just decide. It does not have to be altruistic. It does not have to be grandiose. It does not have to be in accord with anybody else's expectations or standards. The only thing your purpose must be is genuine. Genuine means that it must be real to you. That is, in harmony with your personal ideals and core values. It does not matter one whit what I or anyone else thinks about your chosen purpose. It only matters that it is meaningful to you. The problem most people have is that they look to some outside force to supply the purpose of their life, like society or religion or parental expectation. The result is that they end up with some assigned purpose that is not real. The purpose of your life must be what you choose, not what is chosen for you. And the answer lies in your heart, more than in your mind. What do you love? What do you desire? What makes you feel fulfilled? Answer these questions, and you will be very close to discovering the purpose of your life. And if you have completed modules 1 and 2, you are already there. Your choice to define your success was your choice to design a purposeful life. Now your task is to live each day on purpose. That is to say, to live intentionally. The best way to do that is to constantly ask yourself if what you are doing in this present moment is congruent with your definition of success. If the answer is yes, then you have definiteness of purpose. All right, let's return to passion. In Module 1, I mentioned that your goals must be inspirational so that they arouse your passion. Why is passion so important, and why have I returned to it again here to reaffirm? If your chosen purpose is your pathway forward, then passion is the fire that lights your paths and fuels your commitment as you walk into a future of your own creation. Your purpose and your passion tell the world that you not only know what you are about, but also that you have the burning desire needed to create the determination and persistence to stay the course. Passion is infectious. It will cause other people to believe in and support your vision and your goals. People with purpose and passion are exciting to be around. They are attractive and charismatic. Passionate, purposeful people have an aura of success about them, and that aura of success draws to them the people, resources, and circumstances that contribute to their success. True desire, lust even, for the realization of your goals, your purpose, your success, will develop into a deep, resonant passion. Spark your desire by imagining what it will feel like to live your success story. Then fan the flame of your passion by building on that vision. And then feed the fire by developing a grateful appreciation for the gift of having a purpose to live each day. The second of these fundamental principles is self-reliance. Now, self-reliance does not mean that you go it alone. On the contrary, successful people are really good at enrolling others into supporting them in their endeavors. And successful people have the knack of surrounding themselves with other successful folks who, in some cases, act as their mastermind team. Being self-reliant means that you are able to ask for help in your endeavors, but you understand and accept that it is you who is responsible for creating, sustaining, and pursuing the vision and the associated goals. Self-reliance equals accountability. Self-reliant people accept the dictum, if it is to be, it is up to me. They understand that accepting responsibility rather than assessing blame is one of the pillars of success. It is obvious to anyone who looks critically at the world that those people who are prone to blame circumstances, conditions, or other people for their lot in life are unlikely to create any meaningful level of success, while those who do create success are those who have a strong belief in their ability to create their own destiny by their own choices and actions. To state it bluntly, losers complain about the cards that life has dealt them, while winners figure out how to deal from their own deck of cards. In other words, self-reliance means choosing to be a creator of event and circumstance rather than choosing to be a mere creature of event and circumstance. Self-reliance means accepting and shouldering the responsibility for the outcome. And self-reliance happens when you make a contract with yourself to become the person you need to be in order to enact what needs to be done in order to attain what you desire to have. Excuse me. The third fundamental principle is decisive action. It is clear from all the studies of successful people, be they entrepreneurs or corporate CEOs or leaders in any field, that they are willing and able to make quick decisions, to hold fast to those decisions, and to take determined and persistent action based on those decisions. Many people hesitate to make a decision for fear it might be the wrong one. Indecision produces inaction. Inaction produces negative results or no results. Indecisive people are worried that inappropriate actions may produce undesired results. Successful people believe otherwise. They believe that because we are choice-enabled creatures, decisiveness is that quality that empowers them to become creators. Let's take a look at what a few successful people have to say about decision and action. President Theodore Roosevelt: in any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. Wow, I mean, what a powerful statement. He is saying that even a mistake is better than doing nothing. And this is true. Mistakes or missteps are great teachers, and you learn nothing from doing nothing. General Omar Bradley: the second best decision in time is infinitely better than the perfect decision too late. Simple stuff. If you wait until you are completely sure that you are making the perfect decision, you may actually miss the opportunity to make the decision that needs to be made. Napoleon Hill: successful people are decisive people. They know that indecision wastes time that could be spent on more productive tasks. Again, simple stuff. Time is your most precious and non-renewable resource. Waiting for the right time to make that decision is a waste of time. And of course, decisions can be amended or corrected. Robert Kiyosaki: the unique ability to take decisive action while maintaining focus on the ultimate mission is what defines a true leader. Succinct, to the point, no extra words necessary. Tony Robbins: your life changes the moment you make new, congruent, and committed decision. And a real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken a new action. If there is no action, you haven't truly decided. So, we see that everyone agrees that decisiveness is a hallmark of great leaders and one of the primary attributes shared by successful people. And we can readily see that it is action that produces results, and a decision that exists only in the mind without being translated into relevant action will not produce the desired results. As Tony so succinctly stated, if you do not take action, there is really no decision. It is informed and decisive action that produces success. So, make a decision, create a plan, act on that plan, persist, and you will succeed. In Module 4, we will explore how to create that plan. The fourth fundamental principle is adaptability. In case you missed the memo, it is not the survival of the fittest. It is adaptability that makes it possible for any species, any individual, any culture, or any business to not just survive, but to thrive. Those who study history can see this play out time and time again. But we do not need to study history to understand this. We all have personal experiences that have shown us that unplanned eventualities and changing circumstances are going to occur, and that even the best of plans may need to be modified if success is to be achieved. And more importantly, we may need to change ourselves in order to deal with these inevitable changes. We must adapt. Modifying a plan when conditions change does not mean changing your goals. Being adaptable does not mean that you change your purpose every time you encounter resistance. Encountering a series of obstacles does not mean that you are on the wrong path. The ability to adapt is the ability to change strategies or tactics while remaining focused on your end goal or chosen purpose. However, adaptability is much more than being willing to adapt your plans or strategies or tactics. It is about being willing to adapt yourself, your mindset, your beliefs, your assumptions, your ways of looking at things. So let's break it down. First, in order to be adaptable, you need to have or develop the intellectual flexibility that will allow you to incorporate new information into your worldview. That means that you need to be receptive to new information, even if it challenges some fundamental assumptions you have about the way the world is or the way that you should be behaving in the world. Most mature people understand that behavior determines results, and that our behaviors are mostly determined by our method of thinking, which in turn is based on our knowledge base, our prevalent attitudes, our core beliefs, and our experiences. Thus, if we desire to have a certain outcome and our current behavior is not producing that result, we must adapt. Perhaps not just our methods or tactics, but also our own way of being and behaving. Basically, being adaptive means understanding that there will always be an alternative solution available to the person who is open to see with a different perspective, to choose a different strategy, and to change one's way of thinking without losing sight of the purpose or chosen path. Okay, now we have defined what I call the 4 fundamental principles or 4 pillars of success. Let's take a look at some of the other character attributes of successful people. These are all attributes that you can take on. After all, they're just habits, habitual ways of being and seeing yourself in relation to your world. The first of these attributes is self-confidence. Many people make the mistake of looking at a successful person and seeing a big ego. And they think that the superstar has this big ego because he or she is successful. In fact, most successful people have a very high level of self-esteem before they achieve success. They know in their hearts that they deserve success. The lack of sufficient self-esteem and self-confidence is what inhibits many people in their quest for success. Self-confidence is built by rehearsing things in your mind and by taking the actions that build those belief muscles. Just as an athlete builds muscle memory and self-confidence through practice. Next, a sense of personal destiny. Most successful people have more than just a strong desire to mold their personal destiny. They have a strong belief in their ability to create their own destiny by their choices and actions. If they are amongst the few who believe in a set fate or predetermined destiny, they believe that they are fated or destined to be successful. Creating a sense of personal destiny is the process of self-actualization, which is explored in some depth in the course titled Empowerment 101 that you have access to right here with your Delphin World membership. The desire for personal growth. Successful folks are learners and self-improvers. They are always on the lookout for ways to get the competitive edge, to get better at doing what they do, to develop new skills or understandings. They understand that what you have depends upon what you do, and what you are able to do depends upon who you are. They work constantly to become more, to self-actualize. And obviously, you already have that quality, or you would not be here listening to me. Next, self-discipline. This is the constant expression of your will and personal power to become all you need to be, do all you need to do in order to have what you have idealized. Most folks tend to think of discipline as something that is imposed upon them, perhaps even as a punishment. But think of it this way. Disciple and discipline come from the same root word, discipulus, the Latin word for pupil or student. So self-discipline is the act of becoming a disciple unto one's higher self and of allowing that higher self to be the teacher or guide to continuous self-actualization and to leading a successful and fulfilling life. Now, we need to perceive perseverance and determination. This is a big attribute. The obstacles that cause many people to quit are instead seen by winners as being minor setbacks. Winners will persist while losers desist. It is often that simple personality difference that separates the happy, successful person from the frustrated failure. There is no better way to state the importance of persistence than to quote Calvin Coolidge, another ex-president. He says, "Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." And finally, discernment. that wonderful, wonderful quality, which is the selection of that which is true and best for you. You are constantly bombarded with information, feedback, propaganda, opinions, and advice, wanted or unwanted. You need to be able to sort the wheat from the chaff, to choose that which best serves you and your purpose. And discernment is also the ability to see win-win scenarios. It is, in other words, the application of wisdom and insight. And you gain wisdom and insight from practicing meditation and contemplation. So there you have it. The primary character traits or personal attributes that successful people demonstrate. These are all ways of being that you can adopt and build into your own character. Let's run through them again quickly. Number 1, definiteness of purpose combined with profound desire. Number 2, self-reliance combined with accountability. Number 3, decisiveness combined with an action plan, which, as I said, we'll get to in the next module. Number 4, adaptability combined with a constant focus on set goals. Number 5, self-confidence, self-esteem, and a sense of deservedness. Number 6, a sense of destiny and a commitment to live a life by design instead of by default. Number 7, the willingness to grow, to self-actualize, and the self-discipline to follow through. Number 8, to persevere and to persist in the face of difficulties, obstacles, and resistance. And number 9, the ability to discern what is in alignment with your own core values and to maintain that perspective despite any external influences. Okay, these are all personal attributes that you can choose to take on and practice. I suggest you write these down or take a screenshot of this slide and print it out. And then check in with yourself daily to see how well you are doing at living these principles of success. Now think about this. If you only make a small, tiny even, improvement in honing these success skills or personal attributes each day, you will transform your life and amplify your success quotient. Just imagine, improve only 1% per day, and in 100 days, you will have radically transformed yourself. Become what you need to be in order to enact what needs to be done in order to attain what you desire to have. Okay, that's it for now. I will see you again in Module 4, where we will talk about charting your course. Ciao for now.